Welcome to another edition of the Roaring Agents podcast. Today we're going to talk about half-built bridges. So let's imagine that you went onto my website, roaringagents.com, and you downloaded my YouTube research paper that gives you over 100 different headlines. It gives you the basics of how the thumbnails work and all the other stuff. And then you get excited about it. And then you go and start planning it out. Maybe you get a new camera. You start writing your scripts, you're excited, and then you do your first video. Or maybe even get stuck and you just get scared to do your first video. But you do your first video and you get like 3 people to view it. And you're like, I put all this work into it. Okay, maybe I'll do a couple more. And then you do some more and nothing happens. And then what happens is I have a guest on my podcast who talks about referrals or getting Facebook ads, whatever it may be, and you're like, maybe that's the answer. And then you leave that half-built bridge of that YouTube, and then you go try the next thing. And it looks easy at first. And this is the trap, really, is it always looks easy at first. Someone breaks it down in a half an hour, and says, oh, I just did this, this, and this. And then you go try the next thing. And then you hit a stalling point at whatever point, and you just can't see that there's progress on the other side. You can't see in your mind's eye that you can make it on the other side. Like the first part of the bridge is always the easiest. You're up in the on the land. You're not having to do anything difficult. You're not getting wet. You're not getting cold. This is easy. The planning is easy. The first few pieces, and then it gets hard, and then it gets really slow. This is what happens. Some people call this the shiny object syndrome, but I like this analogy better because we build a thing and then we go try to build another thing. And that bridge is still standing. You're like, well, if this doesn't work out, I'll go back to this. Or the more dangerous thing is trying to do too many bridges. And I talk about this in my 6 lead gen paths. You really should not be trying to do more than 1 or 2 lead gen paths. And then for the ways that you're doing it, you need to be kind of strategic and careful because you can easily overwhelm yourself. And what so many people try to do is they try to dabble and do these little things. And these half-built bridges just sit there. And you think, well, maybe something will happen. Maybe maybe I'll just get lucky. And whatever I want from that bridge, it'll show up. And so I'll just kind of put this out there, whatever. You need to figure out how to get yourself to continue on that path. Whatever reason you did that path, that bridge in the beginning, you need to look at that before you go build the next bridge. If this just got hard, if this just got difficult, if this just whatever, that's likely to happen with the next thing. So if you can just stay on the bridge, if you can just build it, once you build it, it's there. And I like this analogy because a lot of people do not like to cold call. But if you cold call long enough, you've built this bridge and you're going to get the people coming through there regardless. You build up your database. A lot of these lead gen things you do not have to do forever. And I think that's one of the things that gets people stuck. Another thing that gets people stuck to where the wall they hit on building the bridge is they lose confidence in themselves. They're not seeing the results that they thought they should or would. They can't see the vision. See, I feel like your vision is what makes you stop or go. If you cannot clearly see the vision, or if your vision is clear that it's going to go bad, then you're going to go away from that thing. If you see that the vision is very clear and you can, it'll happen, then it's easier to go. So I want you to look at your vision of why you're doing what you're doing. I want you to look at how many bridges you've built to decide, which one should you not continue to work on. Which one do you feel is really going to give you the ultimate reward and help you hit your goal if you do continue? Do those things. Don't go make another bridge. Go work on the ones you have, and I think you're going to get further faster. Otherwise, you're going to end up running out of resources and materials, and you'll never finish a bridge, and you'll always wonder what could have been.